I'll transmit the latest data we've received from the Allied forces. According to this, the dam is protected by an intensive anti-aircraft defense network. To deal with this, the Allied squadron will draw anti-aircraft fire to itself in the skies. Meanwhile, GOM Team will join the Allied squad's Avalon Dam strike team and approach the target at low altitude through the canyon. That's the only way we stand a chance at succeeding. If you destroy the V-2 launch control facility, you should be able to stop the weapon from being fired. The V-2 will probably be equipped with a nuclear warhead. The destruction caused by its single warhead will most likely dwarf the damage inflicted by that tactical nuclear attack before. All the Allied forces will be mobilized for this full-scale operation. It seems this war doesn't want to come to an end. We must stop the V-2 launch. Hurry!
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refueling. 1 mile to refueling craft. 500 yards to go. Perfect, Tom 1.
Team, keep low to the water on your approach to Avalon. You'll be shot down if you fly high. Get to the enemy fortress. Once you're close, increase altitude and fly over the dam.
This is PJ. If I'm with you, I know I can do it. I'll follow your lead. It's the GOM Team. We've been waiting for you. Follow us. We'll escort you to Avalon.
You've passed the first bridge.
Damn, careful. Calm down. GOM isn't the only team that can fight. Our guys above are taking the heat. Don't let them down.
Hurry, but keep it cool.
My left wing's hit. Sorry. Savage 4 pulling out.
Joker 1's down. 10 planes left.
Joker 4 disengaged. 9 planes left.
All hell's breaking loose above. Fly as low as possible to your target.
Damn, the wall!
Joker 3's down. 8 planes left.
Those fighters on their way to the round table were apparently shut down.
Stay on alert. We have to stop them somehow.
Box 2.
He's coming. The Demon Lord is coming here.
You've passed the second bridge.
Gizmo 2, hang in there. It won't be long until GOM Team takes out the V2. Terminal 2 is down. 7 planes left.
Joker 2 also went down. I'm sorry. Sorry, hold on a minute.
No! Terminal leader's been taken out! 3 planes left!
Damn, there goes Terminal 4. Only 2 planes left. If we can just make it through here.
AA guns destroyed.
Sorry, hold on a minute. 2 planes are through. Who made it through? Column?
All planes, you're attack above. Column team will handle the V2.
We're gonna stop it no matter what. I never want to see that Baron land again.
V2 is ready for liftoff. Beginning countdown. 10 minutes to V2 launch.
There are 3 launch control devices positioned at the base of the dam. Destroy them all.
The battle to reline the borders has moved to the meeting court. Those lines will give birth to new conflict. Rising above countries and armies, our world with no boundaries will become one. For the ideal, for the people. It's time for a perfect world without restrictions or wars. B2 will erase the old one.
Take out the launch control devices before barriers close up and cover their facilities.
He's flying with a sense of justice. Show him what Avalon is all about.
Yeah! Cypher just bagged a bandit!
It's the Demon Lord. He's really here. Engage in aerial combat. We've got him. There's only 2 of them.
Locked on. AA guns destroyed.
I have to stop them from launching the V2. Can't let them destroy the world.
Locked on.
Avalon, this is the final destination.
No good. It's a miss.
Locked on. Box 2. AA guns destroyed. Radar lock. Enemy facility destroyed.
did it! We stopped the V2 launch! We're gonna be branded as heroes!
We're confirming the situation. Cypher, PJ, stand by.
Now the war's finally over. I got a girlfriend back at the base. I'm gonna propose to her when I get back. I even bought flowers.
Warning, unknown target approaching at high speed.
Break! Ah! Dang it! So, have you found a reason to fight yet? Buddy.
Confirmed reactivation of nuclear silo. Comm team, continue your mission. Engage. Stand by. We're analyzing the situation.
Here comes the snow.
Shoot down the enemy. I'll run a plane analysis and fill you in ASAP.
Those who survive a long time on the battlefield start to think they're invincible. I bet you do too, buddy.
Phase 1 analysis complete. Transmission from enemy craft detected. He's controlling the V2 launch.
Can you see any borders from here? What is borders giving us? We're going to start over from scratch. That's what V2 is for. There's only one way, buddy. You've got to fight for what you believe in. There's no mercy in war. People live and people die. That's all there is to it. It's time.
David, confirm launch of V2.
Too bad, buddy. This twisted game needs to be reset. We'll start over from zero with this V2. Trust the future to the next generation.
This is AWACS. What's up, Comm 1? We've completed analysis of the enemy craft. Codename, Morgan. This plane is protected by an ECM defense system. Its only weak point is in the front air intake. You'll have to attack it head on. Go, take down Morgan. You're the only one who can stop him. Demon Lord of the Round Table, I pray for your success.
You and I are opposite sides of the same coin.
Comm 1, go for his front air intake.
When we face each other, we can finally see our true selves.
So this is the hidden truth about the war. And this is where his trail ends as well. The impact of the 7 nuclear detonations on the world's psyche was great. Those who witnessed the carnage went on to organize a global arms reduction. Perhaps they were admonishing themselves. Furthermore, the existence of V2 was concealed. The events that occurred after the war faded from people's memories, and these men were also sealed away from history. Maybe this was one path to achieve peace. And here the curtain falls on this story. However, that does not mean their own stories came to an end.
I fly under the code of knighthood. It's no surprise, since we soldiers are the descendants of the Belkan Knights. We protect the meek and give our lives for honor, but that does not mean that we are generous, since generosity will cost us our lives. If the pilot survived to the end of the war, he must have carried out these rules.
I bailed out and landed here. The captain was gone. I've lived a comfortable life since then, and I probably have him to thank for that. They ring the bells here at dusk to honor the liberation of the capital. It signals peace, but to me, they are the sounds of death.
Hatred cannot be the only motivation for war. It only brings about more pointless deaths. I lost most of my students. They were all my children, my flesh and blood. I will never overcome that grief. I'll probably never teach anyone again, nor will I ever go up in the sky again. I have entrusted everything I know to a new generation. I'll just look on from here.
Marcela Vasquez, the Espada Team's #2 and former member of the Sapan Air Force, 9th Air and Land Division, 11th Tactical Fighter Squadron. She is thought to be a survivor of the Coup d'etat squadron. She currently earns a living as a dancer.
If the Demon Lord hadn't appeared, our lives might have been different. For me, it wasn't about flying or ideals. Most of all, it was about him, my flight lead. Our mission was to escort the heavy command cruiser that was to act as transportation for the organization. And the Demon Lord appeared, as if to block our path. I will never forget his overwhelming power. One by one, my comrades were shot down, and then the mother bird we were supposed to protect. We survived after the fight. We left our organization and returned to the ground together. But those whose hearts are in the sky will always return to the sky. He was one of them. And so he left, even though his wounds had yet to heal, and he died there, never to return to me. But I don't blame anyone. The regret and suffering that remained after that battle were also what he had given me. They're among the precious few things he left behind.
Joshua Bristow, former captain of the Ocean Air Defense Force, 8th Air Division, 32nd Tactical Fighter Squadron. His actions during the Belkan War are surrounded in mystery, and he is rumored to be one of the founders of a world with no boundaries. His whereabouts were unknown after the decisive Battle of Valdrike. But several years later, he resurfaced as a leader of a terrorist organization. Today, he is serving time in prison.
This darkness and that little window are my entire world now. I'm actually rather fond of it. The darkness envelops me in a borderless world, a world with no boundaries. He was not the reason we were unable to change the world. No matter what the desired outcome is, the world can still change as long as people expand their knowledge and desire change. Today's world has already changed from what it was back then.
Larry Fink, also known as Solo Wing Pixie. GALM Team's number 2, and member of the Ustio Air Force, 6th Air Division, 66th Air Force Unit. That's right. This man was his buddy, and his enemy.
I should have died that day, but I didn't. I dragged my wounded body and reached ground zero of the nuclear detonations. A barren, empty land. I felt an unbearable sadness when I witnessed that landscape. There were still people living there. They were the ones that saved me. It may be true that the world has no need of borders, but would getting rid of them really change anything? The world won't change for the better unless we trust people. Trust is vital in a peaceful world. But that will never happen. I'm still on the battlefield. Right now I'm near a border. I want to see for myself what borders really mean, and what their volition really is. I may not find what I'm looking for, but I still want to try. Anyway, that's what I've come to believe, and I think that's enough. Will he see this video? If you do meet him, give him a message for me. Yo, buddy. Still alive? And thanks, friend. See you again.
The Demon Lord of the Round Table. A warrior who soared through the Belkan War, inspiring both fear and admiration. His presence filled the skies for but a few short months before he disappeared. Apart from that, nothing is known about him. I was never able to find out what kind of a person he really was. But whenever they talked about him, they always had a slight smile on their faces. That, perhaps, may be my answer.